this as a imagining if I had to start over fresh, how would I do it? What tools would I use? And how would I be much more efficient, right? So let me let Kim in. So what we're gonna do tonight is we're gonna go ahead and get the files that I sent you all set up for your Photoshop. And then we're going to do some groundwork for, I'm going to teach you how you will research, know your target market, and also know what your competitors are doing, or what you might, they're not really competition. I think that y'all are going to see that tonight. So, okay, Nisi, no problem at all, love. Like I said, you'll be able to come back and do this homework tonight if you need to, so that it'll be ready for tomorrow, okay? Yeah. Let's see. How do I make you co-host? Mm-mm-mm. There it is. All right, all right. Okay, so the color file, and let's go ahead and address it. So the color file is not a file that actually opens. I'm going to tell y'all what that is. And as a matter of fact, I can show you better than I can tell you. How about this? Someone who did not download the color file yet. Is there anyone in here that did not download the color file? And this would have been something that you would have had to download today. Okay. Janetta, if you will go ahead and open up your back end of your Innate Academy, and you'll go to day 2 of this challenge, and I want you to download that color file, okay? And I'm going to show you all what it does. The reason why we're doing this is because I came up with 3 main categories after kind of sitting and letting yesterday's conversation kind of sit with me. I came up with 3 categories for what you all will most likely be gearing your first main items or category for your store. So I have graduation, memorial, and party or events, right? So if I missed anything, you're absolutely, if what you were doing for your target market was something other than one of those 3, it's cool. You'll still be able to design your stuff accordingly. I'm just going to make sure that I exactly touch on those 3 categories, those 3 avatars, and how we're going to be marketing them. So then that way you all have a direct strategy for what we're going to look for tonight. Awesome, awesome. Oh, and let me tell y'all, I was watching and listening to the videos that you all made, and it made my day. When I tell you I was smiling, my cheeks were so hot and hurting. This is it's amazing to see you all stepping out of your comfort zone and really testing yourselves and what your fear really is. So we did so in a safe environment. Lala says, have you looking at hot mess? No, and the thing is, y'all did it like that night. I know, like, we didn't expect to be on camera. They say, are you butt dialing us over here? Or me, I guess, because it's a bunch of numbers and letters and stuff coming through. It's okay, love. I just need to know if you were spamming over there, I was gonna kick you out. Oh, that's okay, love. It's okay. Lala said, I'll let nobody see me with my bonnet on. Listen, the reason why I'm so proud, because I know that was probably the hardest thing of this challenge. Harder than Photoshop, harder than setting up the Shopify store, harder than doing the research that's required to figure out who your target market is. Just get it on that camera, and speaking is a huge deal. So I wanted to make sure that I let you all know that I see you and I know how big of a deal that is. Okay, so that's the tip of the iceberg. That was probably the hardest thing that you're going to do in this entire challenge, but it's not the last time that you're going to go live or that you're going to be on video. Okay. So the first time was the hardest. Now we're over that hump. You are going to, you're going to start getting used to putting your business out there, letting people know what it is that you do. Okay. And now that we're not afraid, because we can do it bonnet and all. We can do it bonnet and all, right? We're going to make certain that that our business is not suffering, our freedom is not at risk just because we fear something that ain't even gonna hurt us or bite us. Okay. All right, all right. So I want to tell you, you're able to open the file. Janetta, let me know if I'm going to allow my screen share. If you can, are you on the back end right now? And you can unmute your mic so you can communicate directly with me.
I'm in my folder where I downloaded it on my desktop.
Okay, go ahead and share your screen with me. All right, and there you go. So if you double click on that file, go ahead and double click on it. It's going to open up Photoshop, but you won't actually see anything because what it did was it downloaded color swatches for you. So let me move this over for a second. All right, and the way that you're going to see that over here, let me turn on my marker. You should have your swatches. So let's go right here to swatches. Let's check something out here. Okay, I want you to scroll down. Keep scrolling, keep scrolling. You see where it says Team PS colors? So those are the Team Photoshop colors. Open that folder up. And I created this folder if you scroll down there. So it has all of the colors from above, but it also has what's called Team Colors. Can you open that folder up right there? This is Team Colors. Okay. And go ahead and expand that folder. Just click on the little arrow right there. Yep. Okay. So, and here's another thing that you can do. You can come up here to this hamburger menu and go ahead and say that you want to do the small list. And what'll happen is when we name our colors, if you scroll all the way down, and you'll see that the colors that we name there, keep going with the team colors. So those teams should sound pretty familiar. And the reason why I gave y'all this file is because as we're designing, most of you are going to be doing schools or organizations, things of that nature. And most of the time, if people can tell you a color, if they can relay that color to a sports team, it's very, very helpful. So for instance, let's say the school is they are the Jaguars. Maybe they use the Philadelphia Eagles green, right? Because they know that that's how they reference the green. This will help you to be able to create your on-demand products and your products that are going on your website just by the fact that it's a common color palette that people can easily reference. Okay. Most people, even if they're not into sports, I'm not into sports, but when I think of a purple or a blue or a red, I can think of a team that has that color that where I can say, oh, the dark red like the 49ers versus the bright red like the Chiefs, right? So I want you all to have that as a resource because we're going to get into doing some design. And as I was thinking about that, that was one of the problems that I had when I was very first starting off making designs for people. It was the customer that was confused about color. So I found that I would have like a NFL teams swatches, and then they would pick the colors from there. And for the most part, as long as it wasn't a specific Pantone color, the color would be somewhere there that they would recognize. All right, so that's just a little tidbit there. So that's one thing y'all were installing. The other thing I wanted to install were the fonts. And Jonetta, did you get a chance to download and install the fonts?
Okay, it is gone. I'm doing it now.
Okay, take your time, take your time.
Okay.
And I'm not sure, I don't see it on the screen here, but I'm sure you know what you're doing. You've been downloading fonts for a while now.
Yes, and I'm on the other screen.
Okay,
There's one.
okay, good job. So you can extract the file. When it's just one file like that, you usually can just double click, open it up and install it. But sometimes you have to extract it to get it to install. And for those saying that the file didn't open for the color file, I want you to, did it open Photoshop? That's my first question. So if it opened Photoshop, then more than likely it automatically installed it for you. Okay, so Sonia, did it open Photoshop or did you already have Photoshop open? Okay. Right, so then in this case, Linda, go ahead and share your screen. And anyone who needs to know how to install a font, that's exactly how we install it. You don't have to install both of them, just one of them, and just hit install there. Perfect. All right, good job, Janetta. You're all set up, love.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, Linda. This also tonight is some of us, I understand, maybe new to Photoshop or the N8 Academy classes. So I want to make sure that tonight we have everything on point, including our workspaces. So we are going to get our workspaces set up for those who don't have the workspace set up. And these are all the things that will basically make sure that once you get these in place, it's going to give you a smooth transition into doing your custom designs. All right. Oh, so on a Mac, it says, okay. So in that case, on a Mac, Linda, can you go ahead and show me the folder where your color file is? Okay, and then we'll check it out with the Mac. Maybe Mac, you actually have to install it, and in that case, I'll have to remember how to install it manually, but I think I can figure it out. Let's see. You're downloading it, okay. And Linda, you can unmute your mic, love, so I can hear if you need to say anything. Okay, I'm sitting here trying to mess with your screen. All right, so I just want you to right click where it says Team Photoshop Colors at swatch. Right click on the swatch. No, on the folder here. Let me draw here. So right click here on the swatch. And go open with. It may not know what kind of program to open with. Let's go to Photoshop. Now, all I want you to do is just check your swatches right here. Yeah, we're definitely going to set up our workspaces because I think different people have different workspaces. Let's scroll down. Scroll down there. Just scroll down here. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. All right. So now actually you have it on there 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Okay, so here's another lesson. Let me show you how to delete multiple multiple installations of your color palette. So you could just right click on, and as a matter of fact, you could select this one, hold down shift, select the last one, and it'll select all of those. It should hold down shift. Oh, maybe not. So there you go. Okay, right click, and it should allow you to delete that. Yep. There you go. It's okay, Evelyn. Our motto here is no creative left behind. So I'm absolutely going to make certain that you get it installed, even if you don't know. If you've never touched Photoshop, it's completely okay. That's why tonight I decided to make sure that everything was set up, and we're going to do our research to pull in our images and get those ready and prepared. So no worries, love. I got you. Okay. And let's go ahead and close out of this file here. If you might need to save it, let's go ahead and close that out and save that. And then let's see. So did anyone get it to successfully open on a Mac? Anyone get it to successfully open on a Mac? Okay, Nancy, that was a yes. Nancy, can you share your screen and also unmute your mic and let us know what you did to install it on the Mac, please? And for some reason I can't hear. I don't know if you're hold
Yeah,
on.
I'm muted, but I'm trying to figure out where's that thing for sharing. That's where I'm lost now. It's not showing.
Should be a green share screen button, I believe. And
Okay.
then it asks you again if you want to share with the blue share screen button, I believe.
Okay, what is my board? All right. Mhm.
Okay. So when you downloaded your file, were you able just to double click and open it, or did it require anything extra? Did you right click and go open with?
I double clicked and it opened.
Okay. Okay. Well, if that's the case and you've already if you double clicked in Photoshop open, let's check to make sure, and you can just open any file there.
This is the only file I have right now that I can open.
Got you.
That's something I'm working on. Still working on that one.
Okay, it's okay. Looks good.
So it's right there.
Yep, that's perfect. That's it.
How
Okay.
do you get the names though? Because I know you hover over and you can see it, but
I can show you that. Hold on just a second. Let's go up here to the hamburger menu for the swatches. And let's go to small list.
okay.
There you go. And now you have the names. Perfect.
Okay,
All right,
cool.
and then we're gonna get ready. Everyone, like if your workspace looks a little different, like you don't see the layers of the swatches like Nancy has on her screen right now, then I'm gonna take a little time and make sure that our workspaces are set up appropriately, okay? One thing I don't want is I don't want anybody lost because they just don't know where the tabs are. And you know, we get shy sometimes. We don't want to call out and say that we need help. So I don't want y'all falling behind for something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and get it set up. Okay, you had to use the Stuff It expander to open it in Photoshop. So that's what Angela said. I think that, oh, Katina, you said the same thing. Okay, so the Stuff It expander must be. Evelyn says, I'm not ashamed to say I need help a lot. All right, so let's do the Stuff It expander. I'm not familiar with it because I don't have a Mac, but I have heard. I think Erica tells y'all to so maybe that's why I was why you were able to do it too. I'm not sure. So
Yeah, so all I did was just double click and it opened. But if it needs to, all you gotta do is just right click and open with, and then look for the Stuff It and it will open it automatically.
okay. So someone who hasn't been able to get it to open. Let's find out, is the Stuff It expander something you have to download or something that's already a part of the Mac system?
You have to download it.
Okay, so let me see if I can find a link for that. Stuff It expander, and then I can put it in the comments.
It's under the application, like the Apple Store.
Oh, okay, because I do see like they have a website and oh, you could use it for Windows too. I've never heard of this before. I mean, I've never heard of it, for PC before. Okay. So yeah, this is I'll put the link here.
Let me see what it is.
Tracy says, very nice shirt, Nancy.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
Yes.
y'all download it from the App Store then, because y'all know if it's in the App Store, then it's probably legit.
It would look like this. I don't know if you can see it on your screen.
And Felicia says open up a Photoshop file. It might already be downloaded. That's what we just did with Nancy, because it doesn't tell you that it downloaded. It doesn't tell you that like it's installed or anything.
No.
It just, it just shows up. And then what might be happening, the more times you double click it, is installing it every single time, most likely.
It did. I had to delete 3 of them.
Okay. So so someone that says they don't see it, just share your screen with me. I'm going to check because I don't want you to have to assume how to open a file.
Okay, I'm gonna stop here.
Okay, thank you, love. Let's see. Anyone still having issues right now, go ahead and give me a 1 in the chat, and I'm gonna make sure that we get you set up, okay? Okay, so let's see, Kimberly, go ahead and share your screen for me. And Angela, I also, once we get it pulled up, I'll show you how to get the team names, okay? Nancy, what are you tickled about?
I'm sorry. I forgot to mute myself.
That's all right. All right, so Kimberly, are you able to share your screen, love, and unmute your mic so I can help you?
I'm trying to share my screen. I don't know why it's saying it won't give access. Maybe
If you're on a Mac, y'all have to do this thing where you unlock a security, like a little security lock, and then you give permission, and then you have to lock the lock back.
Oh Lord Jesus.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. Just means y'all top flight security in the world over there, Max. Y'all just top
This
flight
is not
security.
okay. Wait, where is the lock,
Your
Shannon?
preferences.
Where would the lock be?
Someone just said the preferences.
On the system preferences.
Lord have mercy, Jesus. I'm holding up the whole class.
It's okay. Don't worry about it. Like, we were actually going to do our advanced Photoshop file tonight, but I had a feeling that we need to do some pre-work to make sure that we all stay on the same page and we're not up here till midnight tonight. So, yeah, this is
Okay, well, I can't share it, but I'm in Photoshop and I do see the color files. I see the Team PS files, but where do
Okay.
I go to do the fonts?
The fonts it was a separate listing on day 2. And all you do is you click on the link for the font and then you just download it from the website.
So it was a separate listing on day 2.
Yeah. It's just like a little text file, a little link that you're going to click on. And then once you download it, you should see where it says to install. You may have to on the Mac.
I
You may
see
have
it says download these fonts, and then it says Team PS colors, but I don't see the second.
Oh, click on where it says download these fonts. I want you to click on that word, download, or that sentence, download these fonts. It's going to open up in a new tab and it's going to show 2 different fonts to download.
Oh, I found it. Well, look at God. Okay, thank you.
You are welcome. You're welcome.
Good night. I got it. Thank you.
Perfect. All right. Anyone else still having issues? Evelyn, Angela, Sonia, if y'all still having issues, give me another 1 and I'll check back in with you. Don't worry, Morticia, I got you. Okay, Sonia, go ahead and share your screen with me. You should see a green share screen button. All right. So let's go. Yep. Go on the left-hand side under day 2. Oh yeah, you're downloading the colors. I don't know why I was thinking about the fonts. So yeah, let's go ahead and click on that.
So when I click on it, it gives me this.
Okay, let's go to choose application. Oh, you done download that thing 14 times.
Yeah, trying to.
Use the stuff it expander.
Oh, see, that didn't come up before. I just downloaded.
You know, stuff like to show out in front of company. It's all right.
I know, right?
Okay, so now it should be installed. Did you already download your fonts?
Yes, I downloaded the fonts already.
Okay. And you have them installed?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Good job. All right, Sonia, you're good, love. You are good.
Now, how do I know?
You want to check and make sure? Let's go ahead and go to Photoshop.
Okay.
Okay. And then on the swatches side, well, maybe it didn't do it because I don't see it on your swatches.
No.
Okay, let's do this. Okay, you know where it's saved, right? So this is y'all know I tell y'all, if you know how to work Photoshop, you're basically a problem solver and an engineer, okay? So let's come up here to this hamburger menu for swatches.
Okay.
And then I want to click on it again. Let's see the options. We're going to go import swatches. Okay, and let's see, maybe that file went to your downloads. Yeah, but, just a couple of times. And let's click on the first one, just the one without the 14. It doesn't matter if it clicked on that one, that's cool. There it is. Boom, because I was gonna say now it's gonna have the number 14 at the end, but it's cool because we can expand that folder. Let's check it out. Let's make sure it is what it is. Perfect. You can expand the team colors one more time there. Perfect. And if you want to see the names of the team colors, let's come up here to the hamburger menu again. All right, and then let's choose small list.
Oh, where did it go?
Okay, you know how to find it.
Yeah, small list.
You
Okay.
got it. That's it.
Oh, thank you so much. I'm like,
You're
oh, I didn't do it.
Okay, and then just hang out with me for a minute because we are going to make sure that everybody's workspace looks the same so that when you're watching the tutorial videos, you're not like, wait a minute, where are my layers? Where are my swatches? It should all be the same. And it looks like you have yours pretty well set up. So only thing I would do is probably if you wanted your brush settings, just move it up here so that your layers is always long and you can see what's going on. Yep, that's it right there. Perfect. Now click on your layers tab there. Perfect, because usually, we have lots of layers, so that's good. Perfect. All right, so go ahead and, well, I can stop the screen share right now, and I'm gonna see if anyone else, Evelyn, you still need some help? Angela got it, good deal. Evelyn, if you still need help, go ahead and share your screen. All right, go ahead and share your screen, Evelyn. I'll make sure it's right.
Oh, I guess I gotta click that. Is that it?
All right, looks like it's starting. I don't see it yet, but there it goes. It goes. Okay, so were you able to check and see if the swatch was installed?
I
Let's
think
go
I have the, I think I see my files, the fonts installed and the colors, but now I don't know if the colors went where it's supposed to be and
Okay.
if my workspace is set up right.
Okay, let's go ahead and go to your Photoshop down here. Let's check it out.
I like that little arrow. That's so cute.
Hey, well, I get to draw on my screen. Okay, perfect. Okay, so let's check out the swatches right here. Yep, right there.
Is this thing in the way my this right here? Is that
What's that?
blocking it? Oh, I don't know. Okay.
Uh-oh, we got a little guest MC. 1 2 1 2. It's all right. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead, click on this tab where it says swatches, and then we can see what swatches are there. Okay, so yeah, it's not there. Let's go up to the hamburger menu right here.
I'm looking to see.
Oh.
Here.
Yeah.
Click right there.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
And then let's go ahead and let's load swatches. This might be a different version of Photoshop because the verbiage is a little different, but we still should be able to do it. Let's go ahead and load swatches right here. Did you see that? Load swatches. You see what I'm drawing there?
Okay, I do.
Yep.
Yes.
Okay. All right, and let's find, it's probably in your downloads where it went. So let's check your downloads. There it goes. Let's check out. Let's click the one that doesn't have the one after it, right there. There you go.
That's the first one.
Yep.
Okay.
And then hit load. All right. And now we want to do is go back to the hamburger menu right here. And we want to tell it that we want to see the small detail, I think is what it's called. Or, and this one is called the small list.
Small layer.
Small list. You see it at the very top there, small list?
Here? Okay.
That's it. Okay, so now that's going to give us the names and we can scroll down here.
It's a long way over. I need to go faster than that, huh?
Well, you know what it is? Yours doesn't put yours in folders. So because it doesn't put it in folders, it's a little more expanded. So did you see? Go back up. Did you see where it had like the team colors? Scroll up just a little bit more. look and pay attention to the names because that's what's going to help you out. Scroll up a little bit more. There it is. So you saw Seahawks green. Those are
Oh, okay.
so
Oh, cool.
yeah, I think this would be really, really good for you all to reference, especially I want you all to make sure that you're targeting your local schools.
Oh,
And
that's nice.
yeah, local schools like they know exactly, especially for sports, they know exactly what colors they reference. And usually they're gonna tell you, they're gonna reference the NFL team color when they tell you what their colors are.
So I have a quick question. You were saying that my Photoshop is different, and I'm paying a monthly subscription. So
Let's check
I
it
don't
out.
have.
Let's see. Let's go up here to the help files. Right there, and then let's see what version it is. Let's go to system info right here. System info.
Here.
Yep. And it's Photoshop version. You're using the 2019 version, love.
So
But check
so
this
what am I
out.
paying for?
Well, no. What it is, it just needs to be updated. So come up here, back up here to help. Let's go back up there to help.
Okay.
So tell Photoshop we need a little help. Let's updates. Right there.
I probably have never updated this thing.
Okay. That means you had Photoshop since 2019.
Yeah.
You've been wanting to do this thing, so it's
Yep.
more desirable. Come on, you got it. You look at these updates. It's got a few updates available. So the last time it was updated was here. So what you could do is where it says open. It says there's an update available. You're probably you will have to shut off Photoshop in order to update. So go ahead and close out the program. And it may have us reinstall our swatches and stuff. Sometimes let's you see that little X up at the top there? Don't worry, love.
Okay. So go here.
Oh no, let me clear my old stuff off your screen. That's why it's confusing. Right up here to the top right, that little X. Let's exit out of Photoshop. And then you may have to just say okay here and get out of that first. Let's go ahead and close out there. You got it. Perfect. All right. So now instead of saying open, let's go to the ... And it should give us an option to update. What does it say when you click on the ...
Wait a minute to make sure this is not block heavy here. Let me go down.
If we click here, just click where it says update available. Yeah, there you go. And then at the very top, let's hit update for Photoshop. Right
This
there.
one? Okay.
It should be doing something. Try click on it again. Well, I tell you what, if it does give us any issues, because tonight we're not actually doing the Photoshop. We're setting up the Photoshop. We're going to set up the workspace. So if push comes to shove and you have to get off of Zoom in order to update, you can also go up here to update all. I do not enable auto update, but that you don't either, obviously, and that's why it's on 2019. But I'll tell you, that's not a bad thing, because sometimes it'll auto update and it's so hard to go back to an older version of Photoshop once they figure out that it has a bug and you're stuck with that one, or you have to contact support to get like the version right before they messed you up. So I never let it manually update or automatically update. I only do manual updates. And it's usually I'll see the date and I'll see, okay, well, this has been stable for some time, and then I'll finally update. So you're not wrong. You just need to know how to get to it when you want to update. Now, if it's not updating right now, like I said, it may be like a system issue. Maybe you need to like be off of Zoom and let it use the resource.
Maybe. Okay.
Because it uses a lot of internet in order to update. Okay.
So I can just do that maybe when we go off, just later on, just go back and hit the update.
And leave that just like that, or I'm gonna have the video recorded so you can go back to the video and say, well, how did I get to that update? And it'll be in the video for you, okay?
Okay.
Okay, look
I
good.
feel a little bit slighted. I'm like, I'm paying this money. I want to have the best.
I know, right? I don't have the best version. I don't have the latest and the greatest. What's up? All right. And usually I'll tell y'all to contact Photoshop support in a heartbeat, but this one is on us. We got to update to get the latest and greatest. All right.
So I have to, the swatches part, I can't put that on there now. I have to wait till I do the update.
The swatches are in there. What we're
It's
going
just
to
not in the folder.
Yeah, it's not in a folder, and the newer version has them in folders, so it's just a neater, how just like when I put my layers in folders for y'all, that way when you're not working on something, it's just clean. It's like closing the kitchen cabinet. Like if you just have all the cabinets open, it's just like I don't know if y'all say when you see kitchen cabinets just open everywhere, but that's what I say. And I'm probably saying I because my forehead is about to hit one of them doors. That's usually why my eye comes out. So yep, let's go ahead, just close that out for right now. So that's not
XN.
Okay. And we're going to get on because what we're doing, we're just going to set up the workspace. So you should be able to still set up your workspace even if your swatches don't have the folders. Okay.
So go back to my Photoshop.
Yep, let's go back to Photoshop, and then I'm going to check in and make sure that everyone else is on the same page. All right, all right. Anyone else need help right now? If you need help right now, go ahead and give me a 1 before we move on and we set up the workspace.
So can I ask you a quick question? Do you have like on your program on 2 different computers? Like right now I have, 2 computers and a laptop. Do you have the same thing on all of them as far as your Photoshop?
Yeah. You can have it installed on more than 2 computers. You just can't have it logged into the program on more than 2 computers, or you have to have multiple licenses. So yeah, you ready to check out and see get your window in your workspace together? Now, what I want everyone to do here, I want you to go ahead and go to File and New. Just everyone go to File and then New. New. Okay. And then I'm going to, let's see. We're going to go ahead and set up, let's do a Photoshop. So this is going to be a fresh new file. And I want y'all to get used to setting up a fresh file because tonight, we're going to set up as if we're doing a screen print. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about screen print. Okay, so this is going to help you set up your artboard for that. All right, so everyone, let me know in the chat when you're right here where it says new document. I want you to give me a 0. Okay, and don't put in anything yet. Don't hit create yet. We're going to do all of that together. I just want to make sure we're all on the same page. All right, and let me check my chat here. Okay, if you need some help, if you don't know how we got here, you need some help, go ahead and give me a 1. Okay, Val or Morticia, you could go ahead. Well, Val, go ahead, share your screen, and Morticia, I'll get you caught up with the color once we do this. So I want you to do this with me, Morticia, okay? So let's set up the file because it'll be easier to see if your color swatch is there if you go ahead and have a file open, okay? So Val, go ahead and share your screen. And Evelyn, I'm going to stop the screen sharing. Oh, I see it, Val. Good deal. And Val, go ahead and pull up your Photoshop. Right, so let me turn my marker on right here. Just click on the Photoshop symbol. Now, if it's on your other screen,
okay.
Okay, you got it. Okay,
That's why I couldn't find it.
That's all right. Let's go ahead and close out of this tab. We want to make sure we don't have anything else extra open, and then we're going to go to File and New. File, New. And now we're all in the right place. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to set this up as the most common size screen print transfer, which is the width is going to be a 9. So everybody's going to type 9 here. Now you may have some number here that's in pixels. So you don't want it 9 pixels. Make sure it says 9 and then come over here and choose inches if it doesn't already say inches. Okay. So we're going to do 9 as the width and 12.75 as the height. So, yep, there you go, 12.75. Now for screen print, they want it to be 300 DPI. So for the resolution, go ahead and type in 300. And the color profile, usually I use sRGB. So go ahead and click where it says color, don't color manage right here. Nope, not that one, love. That's good right there. But where it says color profile, there you go. It should be one working sRGB. That's cool right there. All right, and let's hit create. All right, so that is, we're gonna go ahead and save this. So let's do file and save. I don't know why it's not letting you save. We could do save as. Okay, let's go ahead and save it as 9.
Color.
It's, huh, what's that?
I missed the color mode.
Oh, the color mode is working sRGB. Okay, so when you do save as, and y'all do me a favor, if there's because sometimes I'll be looking like who said that. Just if you need help, tell me in the chat, and then I'll tell you to share your screen and unmute your mic. Okay. Let's see. So save as right up here, and I want you to save it as the size. So save it as 9. So put 9 by 12.75. And then you can just put an X, 12.75. And that's it for right now. Just hit save. So we're just gonna, that's gonna be like our default size that we do for screen printing. So save is down here at the bottom, love. Sorry, I got all these markers on your screen. Okay. And what file type did you save it as? Because it's a PSD with a C at the end. When you go back to file, save as, let me see what it was saved as. Oh, and is it saving it to the cloud? I would hit don't show again and save to your computer. You don't want this stuff saving to your cloud. Yeah, that's what that C is. Oh, that's so annoying. Oh, Photoshop, just stop. Stop trying to make us put stuff on the cloud. It's getting ridiculous. Okay, so let's put it, do you have a folder on your desktop for this challenge? If not, just go ahead and go to your desktop, and then as you're on your desktop, go ahead and make a new folder. Make a new folder here. And then when it asks us to name it, let's just call it Shopify. Well, I think it's new folder right there. Just click on new folder and rename it.
Oh, it was right here, but it didn't.
Yeah, just yep, you can just rename that Shopify. So we'll know this is for our Shopify challenge. All right. And now you can hit open down here. Go ahead and open the folder. Okay, and now you can save it in there.
Okay.
You can go ahead and save. Yep, it'll save it in there.
Okay.
Hit the save button.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Okay, I was just saying it shouldn't take that long to save. We don't even have no pictures on there yet. It's taking that long. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. All right, so we're good. We're in there. So just stay where you are right now, Val. Let's check on someone else. Anyone else need help right now? Evelyn, you still need help? Let's make sure that
Slightly lost.
were you able to set up the file?
I think I did, but I don't know what I did now.
Go ahead and share your screen for me.
I think it was a little bit too fast for me.
It's okay. We got you. Go ahead and share your
All right,
screen.
let me go back to let me find you. Okay. I hit share screen, share. I don't know what I got.
It's okay. It's okay. Let's go ahead. Let's actually close out of this little tabbage here. Let's give it another chance. Let's just close out of this one. Let's get a fresh start. Yeah. Let's go up to file and new. File, new. Up here to the top, file.
Okay, all right.
You got it. All right. And
Remember this.
it might be pixels. So let's put
Yeah.
in the 9
9
and then make sure it says inches. Yep.
12.
And then, you got to go back and put 9 now. See how it changed it to 0.125?
Yeah, that's what happened before. It kept changing.
Gotcha.
Okay.
All right. And then now the height is going to be 12.75. The resolution, change that to 300. You got it. And then you can go to advanced options. I think is where this is going to be. Go ahead and open that up. And then for the color manage, it should be one that says working RGB. Nope, not that one. Come out of that one. The one that I just circled. Just click. There you go. Where it says color, don't color manage right here.
Okay, so it's still here?
Nope. Open that back up where it says don't color manage. Click on that one. Click on the down arrow and then go to, it should have a sRGB or a working, there it is, working sRGB or working RGB.
Here? Okay.
Uh-huh.
Oops. Did I kick it? Nope, that ain't there. Hold it down.
Okay.
Let's go back up again.
Take your time. Take your time. Don't be worried.
Here. Okay.
Okay, perfect. Now just go ahead and hit create. There we go. Okay, now we're going to go to file and save as. File, save as. All right. And we're going to save this as 9, the number 9, and then X 12.75. Yep. So that's just saying 9 by 12.75. Okay. All right.
12.75. Okay.
Yeah, back in the day, you used to not be able to put dots in your file names, but now you can for some reason. All right, so go ahead and hit save here. Or well, it's okay. It's okay. Just hit okay.
Save it to the right place. Okay.
Just save it to your pictures folder. As long as you can remember to save it to your pictures folder, you can move it later if you want to. Or if you want to, you can actually right now go to file, save as. And let's save it. And let's not save it as a PNG. I don't know how that happened either. Let's save it as a Photoshop file, a PS. There it is, very top.
Yeah. Okay.
PSD.
Am I at the right? Okay.
At the very top here.
Yeah.
And let's put it on your desktop. Let's come over to the left-hand side where it says desktop. And let's right-click on the desktop. Oh, you got it. Innate Shopify challenge right there.
I made a folder.
Look at you. Look at you. Okay.
Okay.
So go ahead and open that. And you can save it right there. Perfect. All right. So this is going to be our artboard. What we're going to do is we're going to, I'm actually going to show you the difference between what you can screen print and what you would have to do sublimation, because it's not going to be a very clean screen print file. So what I would like for you all to do right now, well, let's do a little check-in right now. Is everybody at this point where you have your canvas made up and saved as the 9 by 12.75? If you're there, give me a 1. If you need some help right now, give me a 2. Okay, so far I'm seeing all 1s. Anybody's a 2? Okay. Gotcha. All right, so we should be good to go on this part. Let's go ahead and we're gonna set up the and because yours is a 2019, Evelyn, I'm gonna let somebody else share their screen and you should still
Okay.
be able to follow along, okay?
Okay.
Let's see, would someone like to volunteer to get some help right now and show their screen? Give me a 0. First person to do the 0 can share their screen. All right, let's go in. Let's go. All right, all right. So we're gonna set up our workspace here, and it looks like your workspace is set up well. We're going to set up a new version of the workspace that's gonna pretty much look like almost every video tutorial that we do, so that just in case you don't see what we normally see, this will help put things in place. Okay, so I would like for everyone to go on up here to Window at the very top. And of course, my Zoom screen thing is in the way. Let me move that. Let's go to Workspace and let's go to Graphic and Web. And it looks like you've done this a few times.
I have a couple.
All right. And let's go ahead. Now that you've done that, we're going to hit that one more time. We're going to go back up to Window. And this time we're going to do resets. So we're going to go, oh, the Zoom thing keeps getting in the way. Workspace. Yep. And then we'll reset Graphic and Web. Reset Graphic and Web. Okay. Now everyone's screen should pretty much look the same as long as we have the same version of Photoshop. All right. So let's see if you do not see what's on Ann's screen right now. If you feel like you missed that step and you didn't quite get here, then go ahead and give me a 2 in the chat. All right, so we all got it? Okay. All right, Evelyn, go ahead and share your screen for me. Thank you, Anna. I appreciate it, love.
No problem.
All right, all right. So let's see here. Evelyn, looks like you can let me see what your view is on. Let me turn on my marker. All right, so let's go up here to Window, right here. Workspace. And then let's go to Graphic and Web. Yep, go ahead and click on Graphic and Web. All right, and then let's go back up to Window. Same thing, let's go Workspace again. And this time we're gonna go to where it says Reset Graphic and Web. Perfect. All right, now we're going to go ahead and set our space how we want it. The first thing I want everyone to do is to expand this little double arrow right here. Yep, perfect. And then next, I want you to take the Layers tab from down here, and I want you to drag it up to where the history is. So the Layers tab right here, this Layers tab. Pick it up and drag it right on top of the history or right next to the history. There you go. Let it go. Perfect. Now I want you to see if you can get layers in front of history. There you go. Perfect. Also, let's make sure that happened. Anybody else need help? Did you get to that point? Did you get your Layers tab right here? If you did not, go ahead and give me a 2. Let me know that you need some help. All right, so move on to the next step, which is we're gonna right click right here on Libraries. Right click, and we're gonna close. Just regular old close, yep. And we're gonna right click on Layer Comps and hit close as well. Perfect. We're going to take our swatches and drag our swatches right here to where it says properties. Let it go. Perfect. All right, next. Let's see. So pretty much this is the layout that we want, but it could be a little hard to see sometimes because these icons are really small. So I want you to go to your hamburger menu right here for your layers. And then we're going, click on it again. Let's go to panel options. All right, and we're going to go to the biggest image here. So that third image, we're going to select layer bounds right here for the thumbnail contents. And then we're going to uncheck all three of those checkboxes. Then we'll hit OK. Good deal. All right, all right. You can remove layer comp and layer. Layer comp is not the same as layers, but to keep layers, if you see layer comp, that's something different. You can right click and close that one out. All right, so let's do a check-in here. Is everyone's layout pretty much looking like what you see here? Do you see your layers, your history, your color? Do you see your character, paragraph, and your glyphs? And do you see your properties and your swatches? That's pretty much all you need to see. If you do not see that, go ahead and give me a 2 in the chat so I know to help you, okay? All right, Val, go ahead and share your screen for me. Evelyn, you should be good to go. Just hold tight for me. Val, go ahead and share your screen for me. And you know what, y'all, let's do this. Since we're working on Zoom right now, since we're working on Photoshop right now, let's turn off our cameras. It might be our cameras that's slowing our computers down. So let's turn off our cameras. Although I love to see y'all. I'm so happy y'all even just came on with the cameras today. We're turning back on before we leave because I definitely want to see y'all. Okay. And Kimberly, are you able to share your screen, love, so I can see what's going on your end? Oh, I lied. I think it's Val. Val, I think it's you sharing your screen right now. There it is. Okay. And Kim, if this is, once we get this squared away, if you're still having issues, I'll check on you. Okay. Yep, you got it.
Okay, I'm seeing the same thing on my external monitor and my laptop.
That means that your settings. So let's do this. I want you to minimize here. Let me turn on my marker. So go ahead and minimize your. Why is my marker drawn so skinny? Oh no, it wasn't drawn at all. So right there, the little negative symbol right there. Let's minimize. Right click anywhere on your desktop. And then I want you to go to display settings. I don't know if it's going to show me your settings. It might be a security thing. Okay, it was just running a little slow. Okay, let's scroll down here because right now it's duplicating the screens. You want it to not duplicate. You want it to extend the screens. Yep, so click on that. Extend these displays. Then I want you to scroll back up. Yep. And
Keep
go to
changes.
changes. Yep. And scroll on back up. Now, is your main screen, which is your laptop, is it to the left or is it to the right?
My I think I put it in the external screen, I put it on HDMI 1.
Okay,
And
but
my laptop is
okay, no. I'm just asking. So the external screen, is it to the left of your laptop or to the right of your laptop?
the left.
Okay, so move that 2, pick this number 2 up and move it over to the left. This is supposed to represent the screens, and your number 1 screen is always your main screen. So go ahead and hit apply. Okay, now I want you to do a little mouse test for me. I want you to be on this screen, take your mouse over and see if it starts to drift over to the second screen.
Huh? Take,
Push your mouse where you are right now, push your mouse over to the left-hand side. Keep pushing to the left until it all the way off the screen. It should start pushing over to the next screen. Did it go to the next screen?
yes.
Perfect. That's it. Okay, so now you have your extension set up. So basically it's going to act like one big long screen instead of duplicating those screens for you. Okay.
Okay, so
So you are good to go. You can go ahead and exit out of this and we're good to go right now. Okay.
okay.
All right. So let's see.
And then the Zoom, I just clicked that. Wait a minute, I see
Zoom?
it down there.
Okay, so your Zoom, you're not going to see that. I'm actually going to stop your screen share, but still listen to me. So I'll stop your screen share. What I want you to do is take your Zoom screen that you're seeing right now, move it over to the left side to your extra screen, because what you always want Photoshop on your screen number 1, and you want your Zoom on your auxiliary or your extra screen. Okay.
Okay.
Does that sound good? So then that way you can always watch us on the extra screen and do your work on your main screen, okay?
Okay, I'm trying, but it won't.
You have to,
Okay.
for the Zoom screen, you have to tell it to exit the full mode. Usually at the top, it'll say exit full screen. It'll have an option. Once you exit the full screen, you can
Exit full screen.
Mhm.
Okay.
You can pick up the top, like just like it's a little window. You could pick up the whole window and push it over there to the second screen.
Yeah, I push it over there, but it keep jumping. Okay, there it goes.
But I was gonna say you gotta
enough.
push it all the way over. There you go.
Okay.
Okay, good. You got it. You got it. All right. Anyone else need help? You're welcome,
I'm
love.
so sorry.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right. So, Kim, if you can't share the screen, love, what I would suggest is that you watch the video afterwards and see if you can do the same exact steps, because it's going to be extremely hard to explain what to do if I can't see the screen. Let's see here. Nancy, go ahead and share your screen for me. Okay. And Nancy, you know how to do this. Hold on a second. So, yep, take your layers, drag them up here by history.
It's not moving. That's what I was trying to say.
Oh, well, in that case, I don't know. It is possible that you may have to shut your Photoshop down and open it back up. And you definitely want to shut down any additional files.
Oh,
Yeah, let's shut down your other files.
I already saved that, so.
Okay. And then will it let you move the layers now?
No, still not doing it. None of it. I don't know why. Even
Okay.
though I do have my own things already, but I just
Yeah,
wanted to.
you already have it saved, but so it just might be a glitch right now. So I would go to Window and go to the version of it that you know that you had saved under your name. There you go. All right, so you're in there. You're good to go. All right.
I just wanted to go
Okay,
through it.
Sonia. Okay, you hit the wrong button. Gotcha. Okay, you good, love. So good deal. Morticia, go ahead and share your screen for me. All right. Looks like everything's good here. What you think you're missing?
I just want to make sure, because I seen everybody else, their layer background, it was like all white, and that on the right side of the
it
layers?
just depends on when you set it up, if you set it up to have a white or a transparent background. But this is fine. If it has a transparent background, that's completely fine. Let's see. And I see you got your colors in there. So you're good with that. That's perfect. You got it.
Okay, thanks.
All right, you're welcome. And go ahead and keep your screen up. Well, were you having any trouble? Was it shutting down on you?
So yeah, initially it was, and I'm thinking it's okay now. And, I was having problems with the screen, the iPad dual screen, so it kept freezing up on me.
Gotcha. Okay, so you're good now though, or you're not able to use your dual screens?
No, I have dual screen. It's not freezing up. It's behaving right now.
All right, good. So for the moment, we're good. Awesome. Okay. Let's make sure everyone else is on the right page. Give me a 2 in the chat if you are not caught up with us right now, because we need to get on to doing our little bit of research so that we can proceed with our design. All right. Lala. Okay, Lala, go ahead and share your screen, love. Oh, you said, oh, I'm good. Okay. All right. So I want y'all to let me know in the chat how many of you. Okay, got you. So how many of you have a logo that you feel is screen printable and ready to go? If so, give me a 1 if you don't think that you have a logo that's screen printable and ready to go, or you know for a fact it's not screen printable and ready to go. Go ahead and give me a 2. Okay. So I want to show you all basically, when we design for sublimation, you can design as ornate as you want, and it's going to print exactly what's on the screen. That's the beauty of sublimation. Like the shirt that's right behind me, the shirt that I have on right now, we can have infinite number of colors, infinite patterns, shadows, whatever we want, whatever we like. And we're going to be able to print whatever's on the screen. However, with screen printing, it's almost like you're doing your vinyl. It has to, it's best, it doesn't have to be vector, because most of the time they're going to vector the work for you if it's clean enough. But basically it needs to be a vector file, which means that it has like cut outable lines, if that's a word, and I'm sure it's not. But just imagine that same way that you would prep a file to cut on the vinyl plotter or the Cricut or the Silhouette is the same exact way that you want to prepare your files in order to go over to a screen printer. Now, the reason why I'm telling you about this is because when we set up your store, I want you to have your sublimation items, and I want you to have one option also for a screen print type of job, okay? And I want to teach y'all a hack to that, which is basically to order the Plastisol transfers. And then once you have the transfers, you can do a shirt order of 30 shirts. You have some additional transfers, and then you can go back and offer to reprint that job or print extra shirts because you have extra prints. And usually that's a really good strategy to do for teams, to do for uniforms, for businesses, to do for schools, organizations, churches, that sort of thing. So when I know that when you start targeting groups, which is my goal is to get you all targeting repeat business and bulk business, right? They're going to want screen printed shirts. So my goal is to go ahead and get you understanding and having that set up while you're setting up your cute custom and, fabulous sublimation art as well. Okay. So let's see, if you put a 1, let's see, Tamika. So right now I'm pretty much auditing your logos and going to be able to tell you whether it's going to be good for screen print or not. Let's see, Tamika, can you go ahead and share your screen? Show us your logo. And then if your logo is good, I'm going to tell you to go ahead and put it into that Photoshop file. If I feel like it needs work, I'm going to show you, a way that we can just, we won't do it together tonight. You'll have homework. You go to Canva, make up a quick logo, and I'm going to tell you some things to look for. Oh, you'll know things to look for because of what we're about to do right now. So, yep, if you go to File, Place Embedded, and go ahead and look for wherever your logo is.
Are you seeing the right screen?
I
That's the right screen.
Yep, I'm seeing it.
Okay. Where did I put it? Let's go to downloads and shorts. They are. We were.
Beautiful. Now, I will say that if you're screen printing, what I want you to do, go ahead and hit enter, because I'm going to show y'all the least expensive way to do some screen printed shirts, and it's going to save the day so many times. But I want you to keep it simplified. So I want you to go ahead and do a color overlay right now. Let's let me turn my marker on. So down here where it says FX, I want you to click on the FX. And I want everybody to do a color overlay. So it'll be a color overlay of black. Okay. And I'm sure, yeah, it moved over to the screen. So choose black here. And just, you can just double click on it. Yep. And pull it all the way to the bottom. Perfect. Now what it is your image happens to have a white outline surrounding the colors, right? So what you would have to do is go into the original image, like if you designed it somewhere else, like Canva or Illustrator, you would go into the original image and you would remove where the white is so that basically your image can be in one color. Now I'm going to show you crudely how to do that here, but it's okay. Let's go ahead and go to the FX and let's turn the eyeball off. If you expand that with that little triangle right here. Hit cancel there. And just expand. You see there's a little arrow right next to the FX. It's a little down arrow. Click on that and then just turn the eyeball off for the effects. And then turn the whole eyeball back on for the butterfly. Got it? Okay, so you can't see it because it's on a white background. Go ahead and turn that background off for a second. Turn the eyeball off for the background. Okay, you see where that white is? I want you to zoom a little bit. Do Control plus plus plus. I want you to zoom in. All right. So what you're going to do is you're going to grab it's going to be a magic wand tool. So come right here and you're going to hold down on it till you see the magic wand. Grab the magic wand. All right. And I want you to make sure that contiguous is not selected. Contiguous means, for anyone who doesn't know, contiguous just means that I'm only selecting what's touching. We want to turn that off because we want white wherever it is. White should not be a part of the design. Just imagine in screen printing, every color costs extra to print. So if you can get it reduced down to 1 or 2 colors, you're going to be excellent. All right. So I want you to click somewhere where you see that white. Perfect. And then I want you to hold down Shift so that you can add to that selection and select the area outside of the white. Perfect. Now I want you to do select inverse. So select up here at the top. Let's do inverse. Now we aren't going to sit here and clean up all of these logos tonight. I'm just letting y'all know that if you have a logo that has something like this, I'm giving you tips on how you know your logo is ready to screen print or not ready to screen print. All right, so let's go ahead and add a layer mask here so that it can mask off anything outside of that. Perfect. Now let's turn back on the effect. So just click where the eyeball would be. Boom. Now you have a 1 color design. You see how that looks?
I do. Yes.
So we're going to mock it up later. So on Thursday, we're going to actually do our photoshopping of our sublimation items, and we're going to mock up our screen print item. But I need the screen print item to be ready today. The screen print item is going to be your logo as a 1 color design. Okay. Your logo is a 1 color design. And then that way you could tell people, like you could put a little arrow and say your logo here, right? or your
Okay.
design here. And then that way you're letting them know that I could do custom screen printed shirts, and then your price could be as low as $10 per shirt, but that's if they're going to get at least 30 shirts. Okay. So then
Okay.
that way, when somebody's always asking you, oh, you don't have anything cheaper than that? Yes, it's bulk screen printing. It's going to be limited colors. And anything else is probably going to be digital print, DTF, sublimation, etc. Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right. So let's go ahead. Make sure you save that. Save that.
I was going to ask, do I do the save Dan?
Yes, please.
Okay.
And now, like this is going to be a process for it is best to design your files for screen printing in Illustrator or a vector-based program. But if your image is high enough resolution, they'll be able to take this exactly. You'll save it as a PDF when you're ready to send it off, and they can pull it up and create the screen from there. Okay.
Okay.
So good, looks good. If it has text, Evelyn, great question. Let's see. Would you like to share your screen, Evelyn, so I can critique that? As a matter of fact, anyone who wants to share their logo right now, go ahead and give me a 3. And okay, Lala, you'll be next. Okay, let's see. So Evelyn, can you show me your logo, please? Oh, everybody want to show their logos. But that's what we're doing tonight then. Just out of curiosity, how many of you have never used or heard of the screen print transfers or plastisol transfers? If you've never heard of that, I want you to give me a 0 in the chat right now. Okay, Cassandra, Christy. And if you've never used them at all, even if you've heard of them before, I want you to give me a 1. If you've never used them before. Okay. Okay. Sonia, Nancy, Kimberly, Katina, Samela, Lala, Shana. Oh, Tara, Latrice, Morticia. Austin. Okay. Okay. Well, y'all are you're gonna love this. You're gonna love this. This is gonna add a new revenue stream to your current product offering. All right, I think I see the logo opening up. Now, what I won't be able to do, I won't be able to go through each logo and clean things up. So I'm going to give you an idea. Yep. So if you have words and you want your words on there, you basically, the whole idea is to turn it into a 1-color design so you can see what it's like to be able to get the least expensive prints. And usually what I do is I do white prints because I can put white prints on any color except white. Right. So if I want a navy blue shirt, if I want a pink shirt, if I want a red shirt, whatever shirt color I can get. And then my graphic color is just a solid color. That's going to be the easiest thing for you to sell to a team or organization. Okay.
Okay, so basically just change the whole thing to 1 color is what you're saying?
Yeah, the same way we just brought it in, you can go file, place embedded onto that Photoshop file, and then just do a color overlay of black and see if it's going to color it, color over it and not look grainy.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. You're welcome. All right, let's see. Lala, you're up next. Go ahead. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Did you just do that? Did you just make it black and white? Or was it already black and white? Uh-oh, I can't hear you, love. Oh, okay, I see. Good job making it black and white. Good deal. This was when we did the digital business card, we talked about being able to have a logo that could be black and white. So now you see how I teach y'all stuff and it comes back full circle. So now being able to have a logo that's black and white will make it so much easier to be able to do a screen printed shirt. So cool. Now, you can resize this because basically I want you to understand that you have this full space here. You also have the option to turn the artboard sideways in landscape so that you can get the full expressive creations across the chest. If you want to do that, just let me know. Turn your mic on and let me know, and I'll tell you how to do that.
Okay, so basically make the artboard landscape.
Oh, all you have to do is just go up to image and go to, yep, image. Now, here's the thing that you can't do. If you rotate the image, it's going to rotate the art with it, which is fine because you know how to flip it back around. You could also change the canvas size, but then you have to make sure that you remember the exact canvas size. So my suggestion would just go to image and then rotate 90 degrees. Okay, and then just take your artwork now, and you could do a rotation negative 90 degrees. So go to your artwork layer, or here, let me turn on my marker here. Yep, and then do go ahead and turn on show transform controls here. Perfect. All right, now you can go to Control T to transform.
Oh.
Make sure you have the layer selected though. All right, perfect. And then up here where it says 90 degrees, I guess you could just turn that to 0 and see what it does since we rotated the whole graphic. Perfect. And then you can resize it so that it fits. Now, normally I would tell you if you're putting something across the chest, don't do more than 12 inches because sometimes like, let's say for instance, you're doing tank tops or the Razorback tank tops. And let's say you're doing a small or an extra small lady shirt. Normally the image will not fit more than 12 inches. So although you have 12.75, you may not want to go outside of 12 inches. So that's just a hint for y'all because I learned that the hard way. You can make that as large as you want. And
How can I get it to show inches? Because like I set my artboard inches, but at the bottom it's showing pixels.
Right click on here.
Right?
Yeah, you should be able to change.
Oh.
You see something's popping up over there. Let's go to, when you right click here, it's not giving you options to see in inches.
No, I have to click.
Let's go to edit. Go to edit at the top here. Let's go to preferences. And let's go to units. Yep.
Oh, okay, ruler inches.
Yep, that's it. And
Okay.
they can type as points. Yep, that's good.
Leave everything else.
Yep, that looks good. And I think it already changed it down to the bottom. Perfect. Okay, so now when you're moving around that image, you can see exactly how large that image is. Now, we'll tell you this, it looks like that image is not very clean and vectored. So this is what I would do. Did you do this in Canva?
Yes.
Okay. So do you mind going to your Canva? I can show you the best settings to resave this image.
You have brought in the wrong one. But
I don't know if Canva has an option to do, I think it does have an option to do PDF. And if it does PDF, I believe it preserves the vectorability of it.
okay.
So that would be my suggestion. Anyone that designed their logo in Canva, the best thing is to keep it as clean as possible so that when they go to screen print it, it's not confused about in this fuzzy area here, whether that's supposed to be printed or not printed.
Okay, I think I may have just brought in.
Yeah, see how small they're coming in? That means usually when they come in that small, it's not a resolution that you want it to be to print. So like I said, the best thing. What's that?
What size should I make the logo in Canva? Like the 400 by 400 or 500 by 500? And then save it as a PDF?
So it gives you an option to save it as an SVG.
Oh, okay.
That's probably that's vector, but you can also save it. It says a PDF print. I think
I'm asking like what size should I make the
You can make the canvas the same size as what this is, a 12.75 by 9.
Okay.
But like I said, if it's vector, it doesn't matter. It could be a 2-inch logo. If it's vector and you blow it up, it's never going to lose resolution.
Okay,
So that's why I say if you have an option ever to download your image as a vector, as a SVG, do that. And then it doesn't matter. That's what it's called. A SVG is called a scalable vector graphic. So it can scale no matter size of a billboard or size of a penny. It's going to look identical. But when you have a bitmap image, like you saw those little pixels, that's what a bitmap is. A bitmap image is made up of pixels. A vector image is made up of math and curves and lines. Okay. So when it's made up of math, curves, and lines, you can scale it infinitely and it never loses resolution. When it's made up of little tiny pixels, the bigger you make it, the more you see those pixels. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So I'll let you work on that. And then you tell me if you're able to download that as a vector. Nisi, go ahead and, oh, you're welcome up. Nisi, go ahead and share your screen. And we have to be out of here by 10, y'all, because I want to make sure that we get some rest. Tomorrow, we have special guests coming on to teach us about how to do Facebook ads. And I want to make sure that we have our full energy for that, because one of the things you all asked me about was how to drive traffic to your Shopify store. So I made sure that we have special instructors that are coming in to give us some input on that. All right. So this one, the issue that you got,
vector, I could tell.
Yeah, that. And also, like, if you turn it into a one color design, you won't be able to see like the SNS in the background versus, so what you would have to do is you would have to break that apart. So the SNS in the background would need to be flat and smooth, like a smooth color, not having it, because I know I'm guilty of this. I put gradients and 3D on everything, but when it comes to screen printing, you just need it flat. So for those of you who don't have a logo that's flat, I would say go to Canva. I'm going to give you a link if you don't have the logo already. Here's a link, and I'll put it in the homework too, because I want y'all to have this done by tomorrow. So you won't have to have it done for tomorrow. You need to have it done by tomorrow. Okay. All right. So I put it in the chat here, but I'm also going to put it in the homework. And what I would do is I would go to Canva, look up the logos that you can play with, and make sure that it's going to be something that looks good as a one color design. What I want you to do is put it on a separate Canva or separate canvas and turn all the colors to black. And if you turn all the colors to black and it still looks good, then you know you have a good logo that you can print as screen print. Okay. All right. So yeah, I would definitely, do you have the original version of this one, Nisi? Like where you have the layers? I don't know if you can hear me, love. Nisi,
I think I created this. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Okay. I think I created this in Affinity earlier last year or something, so I have to redo it, I'm sure.
Well, if you did it in Affinity, then you could just go into it and turn off the SNS in the background. And I think the styles and style would look really good as as its own, single color image there. And take off the drop shadows, take off the bevel. So you have a bevel there, drop shadow, maybe like an emboss, like a bevel emboss on there. So just make it completely flat. And then you can do styles and style custom creations without the SNS in the background. If you really want the SNS in the background, I would suggest that you do it still solid and just do it as a 2-color design. So in that case, you may do, white on top of a gray, or, whatever your standard colors are. But still, it needs to be flat, no bevel, anything like that. Okay.
Got it. Okay.
Awesome. All right. So listen, what happened was this weekend we had a live hands-on workshop. And I got a chance to speak with the ladies and like really get some understanding of what it is that that maybe we need to go back to the drawing board and get some, go back to the basics and get some understanding of some tools and some ways that we can use the same Photoshop, the same skills that you have been building, the same equipment, the heat press equipment you could be using to build out a whole nother side of your business, which doesn't take any extra effort. And it takes care of those customers that want like inexpensive shirts or want solid color designs. You can easily service them with screen printing. So I want to get y'all on the screen printing, okay? There's a lot of money in screen printing. And most of the time, if you're able to do bulk jobs for people, that's why people say like, oh, how much if I buy them in bulk? Or if I buy a bundle of shirts, right? So if you want to sell bundles of shirts and this is a way that you can do it without having to be a screen printer. I used to have a 6-head, 6-station press, so I know what it's like to screen print. I actually gave up my equipment. Well, I sold it for almost next to nothing because I was just trying to get it out of there. Just because I got to doing the screen print transfers. It's a neater process. It's cleaner. I don't have to burn screens. I don't have to reclaim screens. I don't have to worry about me laying the shirt on the platen crooked and, well, not me, but some of the help that I had was doing a lot of that stuff. And then I don't have to be the one doing the labor anymore. At this point, when you have these transfers, it literally takes 7 seconds to put the screen print image on the shirt because they have the same exact equipment as a screen printer does, but instead of screen printing directly onto the garment, they're going to screen print on these transfer sheets. You can hold those transfer sheets for a year. And whenever you need to do it, you can do one shirt at a time. Even you can do order fulfillment for people. So I want to teach you that so that you have that tool in your arsenal, because that's really, truly, I believe, is one of the things that help to scale business. When I primarily wanted to do sublimation, I did not want to touch vinyl. So the other option was to do screen printed over here. So I had, if you want a color shirt, screen print. If you want, the dynamic color and the premium printing process, which is sublimation that will never crack, peel, or fade and last a lifetime. That was my spiel. Then I would bring them over to the sublimation side. And now y'all have DTF in the middle. So we'll talk a little bit about that when we develop our designs, because some of those designs you can use as DTF. Okay. So I want to get you on those 3 paths of understanding what you can do with your artwork. All right, so this is a good exercise in understanding what we can and cannot screen print. All right, so let's see. Let me go back to my 3s. We probably could share a couple more. Let's see, who's next? Jamie, go ahead and share your screen with me and make sure you have your logo up and y'all are ready. So as I'm talking through this, I want y'all to be understanding. And if you don't understand, I want you to tell me you don't understand in the chat right now. So before I leave, I can help you understand what type of logo you need to have. Okay, perfect. Go ahead and turn on that effect of the color overlay. Yep, right there. Turn on the eyeball. Perfect. That's going to do wonderful, wonderful as a screen print. And let me tell you what you can do. If you're looking for an inexpensive way to have uniforms, if you're looking for an inexpensive way to have everybody in your household wear uniforms, because y'all know over here, I have my brother, my niece, and nephew, they don't wear nothing but NH. That's all we are. That's all we do. That's all we rock. Okay. So this could be an inexpensive way for you to be able to take some $3 t-shirts, slap a 40-cent transfer on it, and make 30 shirts up for yourself. And those 30 shirts, let's do a little math. Let's make sure this math is mathing right now. So you get 100 prints for around $40, right? So that's 40 cents per transfer. If you're willing to do more prints, like let's say you do 200 prints, it's not going to cost $80. You do 200 prints, it might be $60, right? So the economies of scale start to kick in with screen printing. That's the really cool part. All right, so let's see. Let's say you get 100 prints. Let's say it's 40 cents per print, and you're paying $3 for a shirt. And let's say you want to make 30 shirts. So that's 30 shirts times $3.40. That's $102. You have 30 uniform shirts. There is no excuse for you to be walking around without your logo. And here's the deal. You get 100 prints, you put 30 prints on the front, 30 prints on the back, so that people can see you coming and going. And you literally, now you can't gang sheet for those inexpensive prints. And I'm going to give you all the link for that in the homework section. I'll give you the link for the screen print transfers. But basically it's a $25 setup fee, and then it's 15 cents per print. So you can imagine if you're paying the setup fee one time and you get 500 prints, that the print cost is going to be cheaper per print. Okay, so I'll tell y'all 100 because usually 100 it ends up being about 40 cents per print. You have any questions for me, love, Jamie?
No, I think I'm good.
Good. So this looks good. So make sure you do the save dance. Make sure you do the save dance because we're going to use this on Thursday. Okay. Yep, you could do black and white, then that way you can use them on anything. Sounds good. So no, you will not have to print them. I'm going to give you a link to a company that I've been working with for a while now. And they do phenomenal with the screen print, and they are print partners. So I have a small affiliate with them. And they were when they were first getting started, they actually spent a lot of time with me because I have questions. They invited me out there to their facilities. I got a chance to tour, ask as many questions as I wanted, get excited about some cool stuff that was in the works. So I would actually love to be able to go back and do a true interview with the videographer so you all can see the equipment and stuff, see what screen printing really looks like. Screen prints can crack over time. That's even if it's screen printing directly onto a shirt. And usually that has something to do with how people care for the shirts. But the ones that I have not seen them crack yet. And I've been using them for quite some time. So good question. Good question. Yes, remove all drap shadows. You want, basically, if you can't cut it with the silhouette or the Cricut, then it should not be printed. That should be your identifier when you're getting your files ready for screen print. Okay? That should be your identifier. All right. And so you say you've been getting asked about screen print a lot. Exactly. Now you can say you offer screen printing. They don't know the difference. Your client is not, matter of fact, they think vinyl is screen printing. That's why they think they should get it so cheap. So all you're doing now is you're adding a tool to your arsenal that allows you to take care of a certain client base where they want $10 shirts. Don't ever do $10 sublimation shirts. It's not worth it. Yeah, they think DTF is screen print too because it has a similar feel to it. So for me, what I do is I tell people it's a digital print, and I say digital print is sublimation and DTF. DTF is going to be able to do full color, but you're going to feel it is called a hand. You're going to feel a hand on the shirt. It's going to have a thickness to it. You will be able to feel the material on the shirt. With sublimation, I tell them that it is embedded into the fibers of the shirt. It'll never crack, peel, or fade. It'll last a lifetime. Now, you don't feel it at all, but we always have to start with the white shirt. So usually I can convert people on the sublimation, even with white shirts, even though people don't like white shirts. But because I tell them how high of the quality of the print process and that it lasts a lifetime, especially if it's something that means something to them, a memorial shirt, maybe it's a football kid shirt and they want to be able to keep that for a lifetime, right? Yeah, yep, Evelyn. So the transfers use the same exact ink as screen print, but you do not have to deal with any ink. Trust me, it is absolutely a game changer. And I remember when I started screen printing, I actually used to make my own plastisol transfers. And the reason why I would make them is because I would always, my people now, would always come to me last minute. And you got any more of them shirts? No, I screen printed them. I'm not going to set up a whole nother screen setup for no 5 shirts. But when you have the transfers, yes, we can. However, we have to charge another setup fee. even though you already have the prints, we have to charge another setup fee. So that means those shirts, we're going to have a $25 setup fee, and it's going to be another minimum. Or you could just tell them there's a rush fee on them. Instead of $10 a shirt, now they're $15 a shirt. You don't even have to explain to them the technology behind it. Just say, hey, when it's done last minute like this, we have to set up all over again. It's going to be $15 per shirt now. Let me know how many you need. And you got those bad boys sitting over to the side anyway, because you got extras. And the initial order already paid. So let's do a little math here. Let's do a little math. I told you that if you set a minimum of 30 shirts, a minimum of 30 shirt orders, and then you tell them that that's going to be $10 per shirt, that's $300 for that order. Now, remember, I told you it costs about $100. I think it was like $104, something around that, to do a shirt that's $3 plus a shirt that's 40 cents. You don't have to do a $3 shirt. I choose to do the higher grade shirts because I don't like the stiff, inexpensive shirts. And it's not just the Gildan, it's all of it. It's the Gildan, it's the jerseys, it's the Hanes, whatever their basic line shirt is. To me, where I am now, I like to provide a premium experience, a premium type of product. So I tell people I don't fool with those shirts. Now, if they really, really insist on getting them, like let's say it's the church organization and they just want to be able to get as many shirts as they can and they have a very strict budget, then I'll go with those shirts, but I never recommend them. Okay, so those shirts you can usually get for around $2.70. I know prices of shirts gone up. I haven't priced those inexpensive ones in a long time, but then you're getting closer to $3 a shirt with the print included. So you can absolutely make a $7 profit per shirt. And then let's say you're getting more shirts. Let's say you're doing an order of 100, 200, etc. Then the price of the prints are coming down. The price of the shirts pretty much stay the same, but the price of the prints are coming down. You have more of a profit margin. Okay. And yes, y'all can ask me that. I have I'm going to link my free supply list. So it has all the places I get shirts, but I'm looking at it now. If you do not have like your EIN and your sales and use tax, then you can go to places like Jiffy Shirts, but I also have other suppliers on here. Sanmar, Alpha Broder, SS Activewear, etc. So I have a list of, it has the screen printer on there. It has where I get my heat presses, all of that stuff from. So I will put that list in the homework as well, okay? All right. So y'all, we got 5 more minutes. Anybody else want to share their logo? If you know your logo is a problem right now, go ahead and give me a 2 so I can look at it, okay? Katina, go ahead and share your screen. Jamie, beautiful work. Good job. And then this is what I want y'all to, so this is your homework for tonight before y'all start falling off and going to sleep on me. Your homework for tonight is to take, and this is going to be a clever way for you to put some content on your social media, okay? Your logo, I want you to get your phone just like this. And I want you to record a little 3-second video of you doing like this, like showing your Photoshop. You're going to have your thing open just like this. Y'all watch. I'm going to turn my camera on. And I'm pretend like some music's going. I'm just gonna turn my video on and I'm gonna boom, 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 boom. Okay, that was quick, 3 seconds, right? And what it did is it showed off. Let me tell y'all what y'all are doing with this. Number 1 is showing off your logo. 1. Number 2, it's got a video, so it's gonna be more appealing than just a flat photo. Okay. And number 3 is showing you got Photoshop over. They see a big fancy program and they're like, wait a minute. I didn't know she was photoshopping. And it makes you look really professional. Okay. So this is so that you don't have to worry about making a whole tutorial video and talking and all that other stuff. This is a very, very simple, small step. I want you to open up your logo on this artboard. Okay. And then I want you to record a quick little 3-second video. And and then this way, I want you to post it in the Innate Creatives group so I can look at it and I could tell you that, hey, that's not quite going to work. But this is also something that I want you to post on your social media. Okay. And I want you to develop a caption that is going to get somebody's curiosity going. Curiosity is the best way to pique someone's interest in your business and get them asking you questions and engaging with you. Okay. So maybe you want to say something in your caption like, I am preparing for my screen print shirts. What color should what color shirt should I put this on? And just let people respond. And then people be like, wait a minute, you do screen print? Wait a minute, you do logos? Wait a minute, you're in Photoshop? Let their mind go, let their curiosity go. You're just basically asking some kind of question, engaging your audience in some way. And I promise you, even if you only get 2 likes and 1 comment, even if that's all you get, more people have seen it and have tagged in their mind that you do t-shirts now, that you do screen printing, that you can help them with their graphic needs, because they're not going to interact usually with the business post unless they're ready to do business. Okay. But they will save it. They will send it, to themselves. They will tag it for a later time, even if they're just mentally tagging it. Okay. So that is your homework for tonight. Homework is to get your logo uploaded in here. And then I want you to turn it to a solid color black, just like we just did. And if you want to make your logo, if you want to turn the color back on for your logo and make the rest of the video, I don't care. All I need to know is what your logo looks like in black and white. And then that way I could tell you whether it's going to work or it is not going to work. I need this done. You don't have to do it tonight, because some of you actually have to make up new logos. I know, because you have drop shadows and all of this other stuff. Okay. So you're going to have time tomorrow. Now, I don't want you doing it during your Facebook ads class. That's time you're going to need all of your attention on the Stevens who are going to come in and teach us about Facebook ads. Okay. Don't be late, 8 o'clock tomorrow. I believe they're going to take up the whole time teaching y'all like game about Facebook ads. So I asked them to do this as a favor. They normally charge a lot of money per hour to come in and teach stuff that they do for their program. Okay. So they're literally taking stuff from their program and gifting us with that, blessing us with that information, because I told them how much we're struggling. We built the Shopify stores, but we don't know how to get people to the store sometimes. So we need some methods for that. And they're bringing their Facebook method for that. Okay. All right. So this logo looks very, very good, Katina. I love it. And it looks like it will scale well. There's some little tiny lines right there on the circle. So maybe you want to turn your artboard sideways. So go up to image and then take the canvas rotation, rotate it 90 degrees so that you can get the maximum space out of that. Yep. Let's go. Yep. Image rotation. Yep. There you go. Perfect. And then take your image there, and then you can rotate it back. If you hold down shift, there you go. Perfect. And just make it as big as you can so that those little skinny lines won't end up causing issues. Because what'll happen is there's a rule of thumb, and it's not just a rule of thumb, it's a rule that your negative space has to be 2 pixels wide and your positive space has to be at least 1 pixel wide. And you can imagine that if something's really, really skinny and they try to go create the screen for it to print it, that it may not actually print right, or it may pull up off of the garment because it doesn't have enough surface area to adhere. Okay.
That was my question. Can you hear me?
Yep, I can hear you now.
That was my question. Was the circle too thin, like the line is?
So zoom in a little bit here. Do Control plus like 3 times.
Hold on 1 second. Let me click off.
And it looks like it's real faint, like right here and right here and right here. So there's a couple of things you could do. One is you could put a stroke on there. So right now, if you go to your effects, double click on the effects. And I want you to put a 1-point stroke on it. Just double click on it. Hit stroke and then make it black and then put just a 1 there for the pixel. Just put a 1. Okay. And let's hit OK. I really didn't see it do anything. And the stroke was black, right?
Mhm.
Weird. Oh, I know what. Let's check, make sure it's going to the outside and not the inside. So double click on the word stroke, or you can double click on the FX. A stroke is going inside. Let's choose outside.
Okay, there it goes.
Ew, nah, we don't like that. We don't like that. Okay, so in this case, what I would do to clean this up, did they give you an option to download it as a vector, as a SVG or a PDF?
I did it in Canva. I don't recall. It was a while ago when we did the other 5-day challenge.
Gotcha. So what this does, when you put that stroke around it, it kind of identifies like where things are going to get a little shaky. And this is good because it does let you know, like even somewhere where it's thicker, it still has a little graininess to those edges. Now what I would do is I would probably hit cancel there. I would probably just zoom in a little bit and like delete some of the areas where it's just really thin, but nah, because it's actually very faint here too. Very faint. Let's see, what's the easiest way to vector this?
Most I use it for is like putting it on the mock-ups as a watermark.
Yeah, but this exercise, I want y'all to understand what's screen printable and what's not. And you know, the reason why I want y'all to learn this is because when I went to the headquarters for the screen printer, they said the number one issue that they have is that people submitting artwork are submitting artwork that can't be screen printed. So they said, hey, because I told them, well, I teach a community, I teach them how to do artwork. He was like, well, if you could teach people like how to actually make sure their artwork is print ready, it would save them so much time. Because what has to happen now, this would go to the art department, it would get kicked back, right? Because it's not ready for screen print. It would go to the art department, and the art department would say, hey, that's probably going to be $25 or more for us to fix your logo. And what they're going to do is they're going to try to vector it and make it like as clean as possible. And then it's also going to put a 3 to 4 day extra hold on your project because now it requires artwork. Whereas if you knew what you were doing in the first place, like you could actually bring, matter of fact, here's a tip for y'all. Most of you all have a Cricut or a Silhouette, right?
Yes.
Okay. If you bring it over into one of those softwares and you pretend like you're going to cut it, does it not vector that image? Turn it into outlines?
Probably, yeah.
That's a good thing to test. So if you can bring it over there and it turns into good outlines, and what'll happen is it'll erase all the parts that it can't make outlines of, right? And then this is a great way for you to identify if this is going to screen print well. Okay.
Try to pull
yeah, let's do it right now. And I'm familiar more with Silhouette than Cricut, but and even the Silhouette, I'm not proficient. Y'all, I got on that thing just to show y'all how to do some stuff. I don't think I have turned that thing on. I don't think I've ever turned it on. Not this new one I got just for y'all. Erica made some rhinestone transfers on it for me, but that's it. Yep. So Evelyn says you can even clean it up in Silhouette. So that would be my suggestion. So that is absolutely something I would say go for. Now, push comes to shove and you don't have anything by Thursday, you're going to type some words, and whatever words you type will be able to be vectored, okay? Whatever words you type are usually clean enough to be screen printed. Even the little grungy text and stuff is usually enough meat there for them to screen print it, okay? All right, so, we are out of time, y'all. We're out of time. Let's see, it's 10 already. So I want you all to go ahead and clean up your logos. Okay, I got you. Let's clean up your logos in your vector output software, which would be Silhouette. It might be some of y'all are familiar with Illustrator. You can bring it into Illustrator, clean it up. You could bring it over into, I think it's Affinity. I don't know if it's, yeah, Affinity Designer is a vector-based program. So anything that basically can vectorize your logo, just like right there, any of those with screen print, right? Because they're all vectored output. All right, so I'm gonna let you go ahead and pull it up on the screen because this may help somebody tonight. Yes, Evelyn, you're gonna have to take one of the Photoshop courses. We're gonna do some Photoshop on Thursday too. So you'll get a chance to get an idea of how our Photoshop templates work, how we create really, really awesome design with a limited number of clicks. Okay. All right. So we're getting a little tutorial right now. You're doing this in the Cricut design space.
And
And
then cut. This is a cut image.
and see how it took that little fade off and it like skipped around.
Yeah.
You can still keep the skips because the skips, just like the skips will cut, the skips will screen print. So those little skips at the end, it still makes it look like it's faded off, but it's just not going to look like it was originally with the file. Okay, so now that image is ready. You can pull that into your Photoshop and then do, like I said, make your video so that people see, oh, you Photoshopping and you get ready to print some shirts. You may even want to clean up the little places, or you may want to make it a little bit thicker in certain areas. Whatever you know how to do in this, I'm sure you're much more familiar with this space than I am.
Yeah, I'm more hands-on in Cricut than Silhouette. I do have both, but I started with Cricut.
Okay, sounds good. Well, you know what you're doing. You got this. And I think that this looks really good. And once you finish this tonight, maybe somebody else will, need a little bit of help in seeing how they can pull it into Cricut or Silhouette. Okay, so be on the lookout because you done showed out now. Christina, they're gonna be reaching out to you for help. So that's a good thing. It's a good thing.
It's cool. Axe away.
What's that, love?
I said it's cool. Anybody?
Oh, you giving them permission? Let's go. Come on, Katina. Yes. Well, I love the enthusiasm. I love the participation for that. Y'all, we were going to do a little bit of research tonight. So what I'm going to do is we're not going to do research tonight. I'm just going to tell you, I already did the research and I was going to take you through the research process. So instead of going through the research process, we're going to do the because we need the Facebook. We need to know how we can market this stuff on Facebook. So we need that tomorrow. Thursday, we have to work on Photoshop. And Friday, we have to get these things uploaded into our Shopify store. So, so there might be a day where we may have to do a bonus day. I'll see if y'all possibly want to do a bonus day on maybe Sunday. Maybe I'll do a bonus day with the I'll let y'all into my platinum VIP session and we'll do some add-on work to this. So the platinum VIPs will get a chance to do some of this even if they aren't in this session. So we have a bonus day. I'll see. If we have something that spills over, I'll make sure that we do an extra day. Evelyn says, yeah. All right, Evelyn, you're not gonna want to leave us alone, Evelyn. You're gonna be in love with the Academy. All right, loves. So y'all take it easy tonight. I gave you your homework. Let me recap before I let y'all go. Where is my thing? All right, so homework. Make your video. I want you to make your video of you playing with your logo in your Photoshop, okay? And I want it to have a engaging caption. A caption is going to make people wonder and curious about what it is that you do. It could be a question, or it can be like, hey, I'm now offering, here's something, now offering $10 screen print shirts. Or you could say $10 screen print shirts loading, ... But usually you want some kind of call to action, right? So the call to action can be in your caption. It doesn't have to be in the actual video, but in the video, if you want to, you know how on Instagram and everything else, you can put words on there. Just tell them what you're doing. Spark that curiosity. And in the caption say, I'm working on some screen printed shirts. This is so fun. And let me know if I can help you or your business or your group, your community, your team, whoever you're marketing. Let me know if I can help you get your shirt order going today. Boom. Okay. I don't know. I didn't write that down. So hopefully I'll capture that or you watch the replay. Okay. So homework, make your video. I want to see it in the Innate Creatives group. Okay. So that I can critique the logo if I feel like you need to play with it a little bit. And then on top of that, I want this to go on your social media. Okay. You don't have to hashtag Shannon said so, but if you do hashtag Shannon said so, then I'll be able to take a look at it. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, thank you, Evelyn. Evelyn says, I'm already in love with it. Innate lab, etc. You have outstanding teaching skills. I appreciate that, Evelyn. I appreciate it. And we have Coach Chrissy teaching on Wednesdays, and we have other Innate Academy and Innate Lab coaches who are like, everybody here wants to see everybody win. So we're all in this to be servant leaders. We serve in order to lead. So that's how we come off, and that's how we get our blessings. All right. Oh, thank you. Sonia says I love it here too. All right, y'all. I know y'all love it here, but I need y'all to love wrapping up. Get you some rest tonight. You will have tomorrow to get your files together. Please have them uploaded by, I'm going to say by 6 p.m. because I don't want y'all doing it during class. By 6 p.m. tomorrow so that y'all can be done with that part and you can focus on the Facebook teaching, okay? All righty, my loves. Well, I appreciate y'all. I love y'all dearly. Until next time. Bye. Y'all take it easy.